Let us read the question very carefully. It says that a student on her first 3 tests received an average score of n points. If she exceeds her previous average score by 20 points on her 4th test, then what is the average score for the first 4 tests? Now understand this. For the first 3 tests, the average is calculated. That means T1 plus T2 plus T3. Let's assume that these are the 3 tests, right? So if we want to calculate the average, the number of tests divided by the total of the tests divided by the number of tests, right? T1, T2, T3, these are 3 tests, divided by 3 would give you the average, right? So the average is given as n points, right? It is given as n points. Now the second statement says that if she exceeds her previous average score by 20 on her 4th test, that means a new test is also conducted, which is the 4th test, that is T4, and in T4 she has scored 20 marks or 20 points extra than the average, right? 20 points extra than average. Now what we have is, we have these 2 equations with us, which would help us in finding out the answer. What we need to find out is the average of first 4 tests, right? So here earlier we had the average of 3 tests. Now we want to find out the new average inclusive of this 4th test. Now let us first consider this first equation. T1 plus T2 plus T3 upon 3 was n. So T1 plus T2 plus T3 would be equal to 3n, right? Because we have taken this denominator into the numerator on the other side of the equation, right? Now here what we need to calculate is, we need to calculate T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T4, right? Plus T4. This is the total of the 4 tests. So what we'll do is, we will again add T4 on on the other side as well of equation 1. So here what we are doing, adding T4 on both sides, right? So here we'll keep T4 as it is, but T4 in terms of n, according to equation 2, we would substitute here. So this would give you 3n plus n plus 20. So this would be 4n plus 20. On the left hand side of the equation we have T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus T4. We need to calculate the average, hence we will divide the left hand side by 4 and the right hand side again by 4, because this is the average, right? Because the total of the test divided by the number of tests would give you the average, right? This is what we need to calculate, right? The average we need to calculate, right? So again, once we have divided this, we will get n plus 5 as an answer by dividing this, right? How it is calculated? 4n by 4 plus 20 by 4. We would separate 4 get cancelled, 4 and 4 5s are 20. So the answer is n plus 5. D is the correct option.